Today we're just doing a day trip to Dana Point, California, but it wasn't that long ago where the police in Dana Point told me that if I didn't leave town, I was going to jail. So everywhere in California, most places except for McDonald's, you get these straws, and they're paper cardboard straws, and it alters the taste of the Diet Coke. I swear it does. But when we went through the drive-through at McDonald's, we got plastic straws, little American plastic straws.
More than the taste, I would say the experience, because
What?
the experience,
Yeah.
because of the feeling of it, the cardboard in your lips and your tongue. It's still Diet Coke. It just doesn't feel the same.
It's not the same. And then they get mushy on the inside. I mean, if you don't drink your drink within 15 minutes, the bottom of it starts collapsing. It's like you're sucking it through a wet paper towel.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, babe.
So I got to break in here. I hope you can see the mountains in the background there, because I remembered, I forgot to finish the story about the cops and going to jail. So it actually was quite some time ago, back in 1984. This would be. I was in Dana Point, California, with some Marines, and I got picked up later in the day, and they said, "Hey, let's go to Dana Point. We're gonna party. We're gonna do whatever." And I'm like, "Sure." So I got in a cab, followed a couple guys out there. There was already a small group out there, about 4 or 5 guys, and they had a hotel room. So we get to the hotel room, and they say, "Well, we met some girls today. We're gonna meet them later again at this package store. We're gonna get some beer, blah blah blah." So me and one other guy, we stay back at the hotel room, and these guys go to the package store to pick up beer, and they're gonna meet these girls, right? So it turns out the girls had boyfriends, and it was kind of a setup, and there was a scuffle and a little bit of a fight evidently at the package store. So these guys followed my Marine buddies back to the hotel room, and they were trying to break in. So we were inside the hotel room. We'd locked the door. There was 4 of us, I'm going to say. There was like 6 of them, and a couple guys wanted to go out there and fight them. We thought the side wall was going to come in, and one of the guys on the outside busts a window and has a sword with him. Sticks a sword inside the room through the window, through the broken glass, and starts waving it around. And one of the guys I was with takes a liquor bottle and smashes the guy's hand. The sword comes out of his hand goes down on the window, cuts it. There's blood everywhere, right? And I thought the door and the wall was going to come into the room. That's how much they were banging on the other side of it. And then all of a sudden, everything got really, really quiet. And then we heard a knock on the door, and it said, "Police officers, open up," something to that effect. And we thought, yeah, right, we're not opening this damn door. And so They said, open up the curtain, look outside. We look outside, there's 6 cops out there with their guns drawn. And so we open up the door, and the cops come in. Turns out the group outside, when they saw the cops coming, they took off, got in a car, whatever, left. And so the cops pulled us out of the room, took us downstairs and said, okay, you're leaving town or you're going to jail. Those are your 2 options. So I'm trying to rally the troops and say, okay, let's get a taxi. We're going back to the base, which is like a half hour away or something like this. And I've got one guy who doesn't want to leave. He's like, police can't tell us what to do. We haven't done anything wrong. Of course, he's inebriated, right? So the cop comes over to me. He goes, listen, you and your buddy are going to jail or you're leaving town. And those are your only 2 options, and that's your final warning. So I was able to push that guy into the cab. We took off, went back to base, and nobody went to jail that day. And that's the story.